Usually, I take 430 south to go to work. Not today. Good luck without me. I think you'll need it. Hello, Tennessee. It is good to see you again. So this is my room, basically, for the next 2 days. Not bad. Really, not bad at all. Paid about $90 a night for it. The view could be a little bit better. It's basically showing west or east downtown, but you know what? For the money, it's not bad. I can dig it. I don't know why, but I must always stop by it here. Originally, I was going to stay here. I took a look at it, but the problem was, it's $200 a night almost. As soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. There's always that one that's late to the party. Buddy, your friends are over there. Why are you there? Look at this guy ready to go duck hunting, but look at his face. Look at it. He's either ready to go duck hunting or slowly dying of sleep deprivation. I'm kind of going with option 2 on this one. Look at it. So I stopped by at the Target because I'm going back to the hotel for the rest of the night until morning. I decided to get me a pretty much giant bag of candy hearts. It's massive. They don't have the bigger size version of this, mostly because I like them because they're chewy, and these might be a little bit hard. And I don't necessarily like hard candy. I don't mind it, but I don't like it. But you know, I have this. This will last me for pretty much the next 2 days. And then, my favorite thing I found ever. Oh my god, this is so awesome. This is so awesome. And if we open it, if I can do it one-handed, look at that. Look at that. I have a pug. This makes me happy. Though none of them look like Otis. Well, actually, this one kind of does. This one kind of does. I love it. So I'm getting this and this. It's been a good day so far. This is where they originally had Elvis laid to rest, until he was then moved to his current place of Graceland. And people still leave, you know, flowers and the occasional items over to his old resting place. But he was here originally before he got moved. It looks like somebody's crypt marker has either fallen off or something, but I don't know. I don't know what exactly it's doing here on the floor, but this does give me a good opportunity to explain how crypts work. So let's say you choose a above ground burial, like all these fine other people here. What they do is when they place your casket in this crypt right here, once it's sealed nice and tight, they cover it with concrete, basically ensealing you in concrete. So when you remove something like this, you'll see you're behind concrete. But why this is here, I'm not exactly sure. I hope it didn't accidentally fall off, because that'd be bad. Hopefully it gets put back where it belongs soon. So close to Elvis's old grave, too. I just noticed this out of the corner of my eye. Not only was Elvis here originally, but his mother was too. This concrete slab right here held the big cross, which is now at Graceland. And his mother's grave would have been around there, about a few feet in front of it. But there's a photo of him. I believe he's on this side. Yeah, he's on this side kneeling down because, you know, it's his mother. He had a very incredibly hard time getting over the loss of her. But the original big cross statue that was here has now been moved to Graceland, as well as his mother. And you can see that people have taken little chunks out of the original structure. You can tell because of the little chips that are right down in there. But Elvis was in there. His mother was right here.
This was a common practice for the period of slavery. This is what this part of the case is about. Here we have the slave owner known as the slave. The family members were regularly sold apart. This infant, not as a baby, but as soon as this child is old enough to go to the fields every day and work, would be sold apart from your mother. Because this is a young person that can work for somebody else the rest of their life. It goes further than that. The mother, who can have more children, more slaves for whoever owned her, could easily be sold apart from her other children. Not infant, but the other children. The family unit was not respected at all during slavery. It went further than that. In the United States, slaves were considered chattel, living property. You were not considered the same as another living human being. You were considered the same as another farm animal. As a result, the founding fathers, as they were called, could write in the Declaration of Independence, July the 4th, 1776, where they stated, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created what? Equal." And they were holding over 500,000 Africans as slaves when they wrote that. And that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of what? Liberty. And again, holding over 500,000 Africans as slaves when they wrote that. At the inception of the Constitution to the United States, they had to reach an agreement on how to count slaves. The agreement was slaves were to be counted how much of a person? 3/5. Thank you. 3/5. The 3/5 compromise it was called. Not a full person at all. Ladies and gentlemen, of the first, during the period of slavery in the United States, you'll find there were 17 different presidents. The first 17 presidents of the United States. Only 5 of the first 17 presidents of the United States did not own slaves. John Adams, his son John Quincy Adams, Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, and Abraham Lincoln were the 5 of the first 17 presidents during the period of slavery who did not own slaves. Of the remaining 12 presidents who did own slaves, you will find, of the remaining 12 presidents who did own slaves, you'll find, of course, all of which owned slaves, I should say. George Washington, the first president of the United States, owned more slaves than any other president. On his plantation, Mount Vernon, George Washington owned over 200 slaves. Thomas Jefferson owned the second highest number of slaves of the 12 presidents that owned slaves. Thomas Jefferson on his plantation, Monticello, owned just over 150 slaves. And Andrew Jackson, a Tennessean, on his plantation, the Hermitage, just outside of Nashville, owned just over 100 slaves. Those 3 presidents owned the largest number of slaves. This is why slavery wasn't about to be going anywhere in the United States. And it was going to take a serious conflict to end it with presidents owning large numbers of slaves. And the serious conflict was the Civil War, 1861 to 1865. The North defeated the South, or the Union defeated the Confederacy, and as a result, ended slavery in the United States of America. Slavery lasted for 246 years in what became the United States of America, ending with the Civil War in 1865. And with that, I'm going to let you guys turn you all over to the young lady there who's telling me it's time for her to talk.
Desegregation is an ongoing struggle. I think that's what they were what it did substantively, ordering desegregation of America's public schools, but also what it did really establishing how African Americans could get where they wanted to go, using laws that were stacked against them. Charles Amos used to show the way. He taught his students and later his fellow attorneys how to use the law to shape the world around them.
It is doubtful that any child may reasonably be expected to succeed in life if he is denied the opportunity of an education, the right which must be made available to all on equal terms.
May be served by segregated schools.
But disparities in spending meant that black children attended schools that were often crudely built, understaffed, and under-equipped, resulting in an inferior education. In 1934, a gifted NAACP attorney named Charles Hamilton Houston set out to finally overturn the doctrine of separate but equal. He collected visual evidence of school disparities during a tour through the South. Houston, along with his former Howard University law student Thurgood Marshall, developed a strategy to establish a series of legal precedents to strike down de jure segregation.
If you don't move out of that seat, I'll have you arrested. Get up from there!
In 1955, if you had not moved by this point, you would be arrested.
So this is my first time actually going here so far, and I picked a pretty good day because it's not that busy. Although they make you pay $5 for parking plus $15 to get in. I understand money, or animals need money, but geez, I didn't realize that badly.
That looks like a white tiger. I mean, it is. But why does that one say whatever that is? I don't know. Try this one. Cute. Cute.
Why no red panda? Why no red panda? No? No red panda? Okay.
Look in the water. Look at them. They're swimming together. Look at that. See him, Cooper? Isn't that cool, mate?
They can't fly because they have blubber.
That's so cool.
They can't fly because they have blubber.
Look, watch him jump off.
They can't fly. You can fly. You can fly.
Did you lose Dory again? I think she lost Dory again. Where is she? Hold on, maybe I can help. Keep swimming. Maybe I can help. Hang on. Found her. Hi, Dory.
Mouse, except for the case of the problem, there are a bunch of little mouths that work together as a team. So I'm going to start over here on this side, and I'm going to feed the octopus. We've only had him 2 weeks. We'll give him this Gulf shrimp here, and that'll be kind of fun to watch. He's starting to, first week or so, I didn't see me, and then he's starting to come out. Now he's starting to get aggressive, so that'll be fun to watch. I'll feed him that, and then I have hatched hundreds of thousands of little baby brine shrimp, and I'm going to feed these to the jellies, and that's real fun to watch. It's about like watching grass grow. They'll slowly turn light orange as they catch them and move them with hair like cilia to their. They don't have a stomach to the part that digests them, but they get live baby brine shrimp that we catch every day. And then I'm going to feed the seahorses some adult brine shrimp, but it comes frozen. So this is adult brine shrimp that we'll feed our seahorses. Our big giant green moray eel. Oh, he's not giant. He's normal for a green moray. He gets some fish. This is smelt that we thaw out. This is what our otters and penguins and other fish eat. So he'll get 2 or 3 of those. Then the minnows here, which are live, I'll put them into the corner tank with the lionfish. The minnows are in fresh water. Of course, that's a marine exhibit. That's a marine water. So they'll dart around fine, but in about 2 minutes, they'll start to swim like they're drunk. And that's usually when the lionfish can eat the most of them. All right. There's my wife asking for the Netflix password. Then I'm going to feed our snakeheads. I just did a water change, so I'm filling it back up. Hoping it overflow. So watch all step if I don't get to it in time. But our snakeheads, I went about 3 months ago. I drove over to Brinkley, Arkansas, and Arkansas Game and Wildlife Fish Department, whatever they call it, they had those called for us, and we brought them back. So we had to get permits to export them out of Arkansas and permits to bring them into Tennessee since they're an invasive species. They've kind of been on the news limelight. Go feed our big boys of the Amazon, the Arapaima, some more of this smelt. It's just kind of, they've already been fed, it looks like, but y'all can see what they look like when they eat. My aquarium partner, he may have already fed the piranhas, but I will give them a goldfish. If they're not hungry, you may not want to watch it. It's a slow drug out process. If they're hungry, the goldfish turns into a cloud of, looks like glitter, and scales flying everywhere. So, if you have a pet goldfish at home, anybody have a pet goldfish? You might not want to watch that. All right. Next door is the electric eel. I feed him one of the capelin. And then the other goldfish I'll hold for the snapping turtle over here. And that's about it for our feeding time. Then I'll come back out here if you got any questions. I'll be glad to Google it for you. You know, I can. Might not be the right answer, but it'll be an answer. All right. Well, let's start with the octopus over here. Then I'll come back and get my tray. I'm told him it's 2018. No need to stay in the closet, but he is in there. So I get hit. He gets special attention here. His own key. So because he is wild, he's used to eating at night. Daytime is when they get eaten by groupers and sharks and other stuff. Barracuda. Don't move. No flash. You can take a video, but lights. I don't want him to ink because in his closed system he could die of ink poisoning. Out in the ocean it doesn't matter. But I'd have to do a massive water change real quick if he eats.
It's right there.
Y'all see the shrimp? See what we're feeding? That's what y'all eat at Red Lobster. Gulf shrimp. Except this one's alive. All right. So.
Bye-bye. And then we're watching this. I know. It's so cool. He's right here.
Next time.
Bye-bye, Chef. You see that? Right there.
They have good eyesight, but they cannot see through rocks. So, and they also have a good sense of smell. So he may detect it.
It looks like he's like.
He may smell it first and know something's up.
He's coming up.
The one we had before him just died maybe 3 weeks ago.
Oh no.
He died of old age. Octopus only lived to be 3 or 4 years old. We got the other one in 2015 as a real little one. This one came to us as an adult. So he may not. We may only have him another year or two. He doesn't see
That's
it.
creepy.
Shh, he'll hear you.
It's a male or a female?
We don't know. I don't know how you can tell until they lay their eggs. It's a female, she'll lay her eggs. It's a female that lay their eggs and guard them and then die. Look at there. Look at there.
Just like that.
Put on a show for y'all. Okay. And a lot less entertaining to watch eat are the jellyfish, but I'm going to pour some of that shrimp in there anyway.
Mayday. Yes, love. Couldn't see fly out the teal.
I might have to take your picture, Brian. I might have to get your picture in front of this part. Let me know if we're in your.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
I want you to come stand by the head of the pool in the woman's face. And I'll get your picture. Say cheese.
They've got a little separate section that they can go into as well.
Let's go.
I wonder if this is where it says.
He has people that do it for him. Whoa.
Like these guys. What's crazy to me is, does she think because she can't see us, we can't see her? No, the interesting thing is like they talk about like how they can memorize faces. What there's the animal awareness test, and elephants were like one of the two animals who have passed it. They see themselves in the mirror, they know it's them. Oh no, don't step on that. I can't believe you've done that. Wow. I can't believe it's not covered.
They're all getting a little bit of a nap. Except for that one. He's not tired. Not yet. Oh, maybe he is. Maybe he's a little tired. I love wolves. Wolves are awesome. Hi there, Mr. Giraffe. You're probably my favorite animal in here. Well, I didn't want to leave empty-handed, so I got my favorite animal. A red panda. Who is apparently trying to be blown away by the wind. Hello, say. Didn't get to see an actual red panda because they didn't show out today, but yeah. I will take it. And apparently this wind's trying to take it away from me. No, wind. It's my red panda. Right, quit it. Quit it. Who's a good red panda? You are. I remember coming here back when Justin Timberlake was doing his 2020 tour. It was a great show, don't get me wrong, and Beale Street, oh my god, it was literally so packed. Like, to the point where we couldn't, you know, move anywhere without bumping into at least one person. We were zigzagging all over the damn place. But no, this show was fun, and I think he comes back May 30th, I think, because I wanted to see a Grizzly game here. I really did, but they don't play until I think next week, I think. But oh my god, this was it was a fun show, don't get me wrong, and I love the Forum. Damn, this place gets busy so quick whenever there's a concert in town. Well, then again, I guess any concert venue does. So though, oh, the Foo Fighters are gonna be here. Oh yeah, 30th. That's what I thought. Fun show though.
We're going to Tucker Band. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back up in just a moment, so y'all stick around. We got some CDs available. Be down here at this corner of the stage. Come on by, check that out. We'll see y'all back up in just a moment.
Now I remember why I like it down here. I had about 2 glasses of vodka. I talked to the guy who was sung for that band. Awesome guy, awesome guy. But yeah, now I remember why I love this place. I remember why I love being down here. Wish I could stay longer, but I have a home to get to and I go back to work Monday, so yeah. Can somebody tell these people how to freaking park? Like, here's the entrance to the hotel. This is where you get out. Bitch, does that look like a parking spot to your ass? No, it don't. Learn to park, people. Learn to park.
Okay.
I'm just being an outdoor cat today. Ooh, that one got a little feisty. Be nice over there. It's kind of hard not to notice this thing, isn't it? Apparently it's made out of, what is it? Sparkling water bottles. It's neat. Is this tree or an electrical tower? Can't really tell. You know, I've been in here 30 minutes so far. I have not come across one person at all. This is nice. This is nice. This way to Pitt. I'm getting a Fallout 3 type vibe. And I'm pretty sure that's not really a good thing, considering that setting. You might want to change your name. You know what's funny? This place makes you take so many different paths. And I don't even think I'm on property anymore. I'm like on the outskirts, because like now I'm in like this giant outdoor amphitheater. And I'm thinking to myself, how did I get here? Because seriously, I don't think I'm on property anymore. I really don't. Now I gotta try and find my way back. Cool amphitheater though. Kind of reminds me of the one we have in the River Market. Although, this is better. Oh, finally, I see one person. Where are you? Yeah, right over there. That's the first person I've seen here in about 30 minutes, or 45 minutes now. Finally! Whiskey, wine, and chocolate? Can I come back next weekend? I think I'm free, right? So some of these people have like actual grave markers, like their names and what division they were in and what state. Like one from my state, Arkansas. And others have numbers, like 245, 244, 143, 130 something. I'm guessing what these mean are unidentified soldiers. church stretches right to that bench right over there. That's where it stops. I did find one grave that says unknown, but I'm still guessing that's what these numbers mean too. But there's a lot of them. I don't know how wide it stretches this way. I'll find out here in a minute. But it stretches pretty good. So apparently, after doing a little bit of research, this was his father, and he was his son, his only son. He entered the war at 14 as a private, and was a captain towards the end of the war. And he couldn't find out what he died of, but only son. Now they're both here. He's not buried here. He's entombed here. Inside here is the founder of Elmwood Cemetery. Look at it. Man, that's awesome looking. So I know this is an entombment for someone, but the problem is I don't see a name anywhere. And I can't do the audio tour because it's Sunday and the office is closed. So I guess I'll never find out. Unless, of course, I decide to come back and actually do the tour. But today, it shall not be. done that, I'm going home.